We welcome you to the Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education meeting. All regular meetings have been posted on our district website, in our central office, and in each district school building. Tonight's agenda has been posted on our website and emailed out to the BCS Board of Education community subscription. Our board members received the agenda and all supporting documents for reports and action items several days prior to this meeting so that they can review information, prepare questions or comments, and are ready to participate. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not considered a public community meeting. The Buchanan Community Schools Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on district matters as indicated during the public comment portion of the agenda. There are public comment cards if there's something that you wish to share. And provide your contact information so it can be appropriately addressed. Thank you for your support of Buchanan Community Schools. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, if we can start with roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson.
Here.
Ms. Brackett.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Ms. Lesh here. Dr. Burnett.
Here.
And Ms. Berry.
Here. And next we have the adoption of the agenda.
I move the agenda for the regular board meeting of July 20th, 2026 be adopted as written.
Support.
Questions, comments? And roll call.
Mr. Carlson.
Yes.
Ms. Brackett.
Yes.
Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett.
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. All right, next we have a recognition of visitors, and thank you all for being here in the summer. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I know we have a lot of students, so we're excited about the presentation that's coming up. So.
And then points of pride, which I think also bleeds into our presentation, so coming up. And we will move on to the superintendent and department reports.
Okay, so you all may, really during the summer, we take a little bit of a reprieve from the department reports, but we do have Brooke Exick here, who is our new Director of Business Services. And if she can, I'd like for her to come up and introduce herself and tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, I'm Brooke Essig. I started in the Director of Business Services role last week, Monday. We hit the ground running, and we're doing a lot of great things right now.
Well, thank
Welcome.
you.
Good. Welcome.
And then just also, just if you look around the district, there's a lot happening with our facilities, from the outside track and the tennis courts to the window screens that are going around the building. So we're excited about the work that's being done, and then coming up on the start of the school year.
And it's always nice this time of year to walk in and the floors are shiny and
everything's
waxed.
shiny,
And
yeah.
You can tell the maintenance that's happening. All right, next we have our presentations.
So yes, we'd like to invite Mr. Munyon up as he and his crew report on their fabulous trip to Puerto Rico. So thank you, and just thank you, Mr. Munyon, for doing this. I think it's every other year you've done it. This is your second time?
Second time here in
Second
Buchanan,
time, yes, and here in Buchanan. So we do appreciate you for doing that. You and the chaperones, I don't know if you got any sleep?
Brave chaperones. Yep. So, thank you, school board, for having us. Just wanted to give you a brief report on the Puerto Rico trip that took place at the end of June. I have a brief slideshow I'll take you through. Mr. Place will skip the slides for student feedback. I'll skip the slides for some student feedback and parent feedback because I have some students and parents here today who are able to give you some thoughts on the trip. So, there is also a link where you can see lots of photos that travelers submitted. Our first day, we started off in the airport, went through Atlanta, and we arrived at Old San Juan. In Old San Juan, we toured around. There you can see Mr. Peters and Henry, it looks like maybe me to the left there, walking through one of the only remaining original doors to the old city. And so we got a really cool tour around Old San Juan. Our next day was our adventure day, and this was an exhausting but exhilarating day. Students and chaperones got to swim through underground caverns, cliff jump a little bit, this really kind of adventure in the middle of the rainforest area of Puerto Rico. Not in the national park itself, but nearby. So that was a lot of fun. The next day started with our People-to-People Service project. This was where our students and chaperones had the opportunity to connect with and interact with students from a school in Puerto Rico, in Utuado. And we had a lot of fun. It wasn't as highly structured as it could have been. This was kind of like the very last day of summer school
Oh, for them.
for their program. So they were kind of having a fun day at the park, but you can see students and even some of the older folks got out there on the basketball court, having a good time.
You know. I know.
Mrs. Peters may not have known that was happening. We followed that up with a tour of Ponce, the second largest city in Puerto Rico. Got some history facts there and a little bit of souvenir shopping. And then the group learned to dance some salsa dance moves. So that was the end of our main activities that day. The next day, and forgive this, the picture on the right is a stock photo because the picture that we had, like the guys got to know how to do the camera settings right. You just couldn't see very well in the picture that our guide took from the boat. But we spent the morning at a beautiful beach, relaxing, interacting. Some of us getting to hold some wildlife in the area. And then at night, after swimming in the mangrove caves a little bit, students got to splash around in a bioluminescent bay, and it looked similar to that, just that's not the exact picture.
Is it like from up, down, or like when you move the water, you see it
When you
more?
move, like, it
Okay, that's
lights
what I
up.
thought. I was like, that's
Yep.
cool.
And then our final day, we started off with a stop at the farmer's market. The kids got to buy some stuff, haggle and interact at the market a little bit, get some smoothies and things. And then we were in Atlanta, and then Atlanta some more, and then overnight in Atlanta, bonus day.
I heard that,
Bonus
yeah.
day. And then finally back to South Bend at the end of a long trip. But it was a good and tiring trip. I'm going to skip these student and parent feedback. You're welcome to read them later, but we have some parents here in person. I want to thank, first of all, the Buchanan Scarecrow Charities for helping sponsor and contributing towards the students' experiences on this trip. That was very kind of them. And hopefully in the future we can have even more community organizations involved in supporting our students on these opportunities. For future trips, as Mrs. Robinson said, our goal is to ideally have a trip every other year, alternating with the band program so that kids have more than one opportunity in their school career to attend a trip like this. We always look at the feedback to adjust future trips, and I have a lot of reasons that I'd like to continue with Puerto Rico. However, one of our, I don't want to give too much away because it's just in initial talks, but there was another teacher in a different department talking about could we combine a Spanish and science trip maybe for a different destination here, so we're looking at that. But otherwise here, I want to thank you, the school board, parents and students who came along in our school community for the trust in me to take our students. It was an honor. You would be proud of how our students and parents, but especially our students, represented themselves in our school and our community. And as a teacher, it's so impactful and so meaningful to me to see these kids having these experiences in Spanish, in real life and real situations. It's just an amazing, amazing event. So I don't know whether we want to start with if anybody's got some highlights they want to talk through or people responding to questions that you guys have. And then I can follow up with any final questions at the end. So here we have Brandy and Bailey Wisner and Henry and Brett Peters.
Nice.
All right, so I would love to say that this was an incredible trip. And originally, back in October, when we went to the informational meeting, I was really excited for Bailey. I thought this would be like a great experience for her to do without her dad or I. And then after I saw Mr. Munyon's speech and everything, then I was like, ooh, okay, no, Bailey, I'm sorry, I'm coming with you. It just looked like too much fun. So I'm so glad that I did. There was this, I feel like, compared to his past trip, like 2 years ago, there was 12 of us. There were 6 adults and 6 kids, 4 of which like had parents on the trip. 4 kids did. So I feel like we got very close. We were able to try different foods together. Like we would each order something different, and then we would pass it around, and everybody would try different foods and stuff like that. So I thought that was really fun. My favorite thing that we did on our trip was the cliff jumping and like exploring the caves and things like that. That was an amazing experience, I think, for everybody. I'm trying to think what else. It's been like a month now. But overall, we did get to see lots of wildlife and things like that. If anybody knows my daughter is very much the animal enthusiast. So when we did our like mangrove, like snorkeling and stuff like that, they held a starfish. I know she saw a flounder, like in the water. I'm trying to think what else. Tarpon, sea urchins, and then earlier that day we had done like the beach, and so they hermit crabs, iguanas, an actual like regular crab. Like it was like just such a neat experience. Also, I would say just getting to see all of the different cities and things like that as well, learning lots of the history. The Vominos Tours guides were amazing. They took care of us and just were very knowledgeable in explaining the different areas that we were in. And they also took us around to different, I would say, like secret gems. They took us to their favorite like ice cream shop. They took us to a bakery. They took us to scenic spots like overlooks to make sure that we got to see like the best views of where we were at. So yes, you wanna...
Well, and they also, they brought like a whole box of like different snacks for us if we got hungry, and they always had like a big barrel of cold water for us. And then on the beach day, they brought like frisbees and stuff for us to play with at the beach. And overall, they took really good care of us and showed us a lot of cool things.
I really enjoyed, like, there's a lot of little, like, cultural and, like, just little nuances and little things that, like, they do a little bit differently there. And, like, you really can't learn those little things from, like, a textbook.
Right.
Or from a presentation. You know, you might, you know, be able to learn some of the big things and the big changes, but, like, there's a lot of these, like, little tiny things that, you know, aren't super significant, but are really interesting, and, you know, they really add up. And in the end, it's like really like cool, like how much, like how different it is, and it's cool to see like how much it's like different, still the same at the same time. Mr. Munyon was also great. Like it was amazing. Like half of it was in Spanish, but like anything like too hard, sort of gotta like help with, and it was like a good mix of like Spanish, English. You know, you're still learning a lot of Spanish, but it's nothing like no idea what they're talking about, and it's still like very like you know what's going on.
Good.
Still learn.
That was my question, is it like 50, do they do both back and forth, or are they solid, and
When
then?
Henry said Mr. Munyon was great, I thought he was talking about my salsa dancing. So I'm still recovering a little bit. Yeah, so it doesn't do any good if they can't understand.
Right,
things.
right.
But they like to give that input plus one, just enough to leave them challenged, and pretty sure they're figuring out and processing and
Yeah.
sitting with. But yeah, it was a good level where I don't think people were lost in general. There's enough mix of English in there,
Good.
but the students definitely also felt challenged and impressed with their Spanish comprehension and production.
They didn't need you to write by them the whole time?
Maybe me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Brett, any highlight?
Yeah, you guys covered a lot of it. It was amazing program altogether. Thank you, Mr. Munyon. He and the Vominos staff just put together just a great program for us. Like, it was just the perfect mix of, things to do, enough downtime. It's just so much more fun to learn a language when you're like learning about ice cream flavors and bakery items, and yeah, it was just great. So, so many highlights. I loved that. The cave jumping was amazing. But there was just really It's amazing we were only there for 4 days.
It was, we did a lot,
Because
we did
Yeah.
a
we
lot.
did a lot.
Need a vacation for the trip, yeah.
It looks like a lot of the places you guys went to are very nice. I mean, the last time I was there, it was a trauma response, so it was after the
Right.
hurricane, so it was all not so good. Did you guys have Mofongo as well?
Mofongo?
We did not have mofongo. Like some people may have ordered it
I
at
did.
one of the restaurants.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
we
did.
got Mofongo.
Not
Like
everyone
yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
teach us.
It's
Um,
a national dish.
It's a plantain.
Yeah, plantain and
mashed into
mashed,
like
yeah.
a dish and then
Yeah.
filled with different
Meats and beans, yeah.
stuff.
Pork
No.
and everything
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Food was really
More
good,
than that.
really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
We never got the lechon though, so next time.
Brady spoke about our guides stopping at these little gems that they knew about, this best ice cream place. 2 or 3 times though, they said, "Invito yo, I'm buying," and our guides would pay for the whole group, bought them different treats and things to try. Just they really liked our group. We had a great batch of kids and parents. It was an amazing trip. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
So to the students, so the next trip is in 2 years. What would you say to other kids to convince them or to persuade them or to encourage them to go?
Like, I didn't know too many people, like, going into it, and, like, it just didn't really matter that much. Like, I still had a lot of fun, and it's just, like, you're doing a lot, and it's, like, all, like, just, you don't have to worry about it. Like, everything's just, you know, there, you don't have to worry about any of it. You know, they go and provide them, or, like, stuff, and, like, you don't have to be like, oh, what are we doing today? You just sort of, like, get in the van, and
There you go.
It's
My
planned
kind
out
of
for
trip.
you.
Which is
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, you made a lot of friends. You just like everything was very nice.
Okay, good, thank you.
And I would say you don't have to worry about like being left out. Like we were all included in everything, and we all did pretty much everything together. And we just got to get really close together and experience amazing things. And like the bioluminescent water, I know I've always wanted to see that at some point, and it was just really cool to see like in real life.
They tell kids don't scream, and then they start splashing and seeing.
Yeah.
And
Don't yell.
No, I'm pretty sure Bailey brought something nearby because you're in, it's dark and you're in the water. So I know they told the kids, you know, don't scream, don't whatever. And she knows that I don't like seaweed. Do I mean seaweed
Yes.
or anything on my wig? So what does she do?
Touch your leg. And give you a heart
And
attack.
then everybody's like, shh, like that. Yeah, that was me. But no, it was just cool to experience all those things that you never thought you would do. So it was incredible. I've already told, while we were there, I called my husband and I'm like, when Travis, our son, is old enough, I'm like, if you're not gonna go with him, I'm gonna go with him. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a daughter in 2 years.
Going.
He's going. My wife's going.
Nice.
There you go, your turn.
Good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for representing Buchanan
Yes.
too. We appreciate it.
Good. All right, next we have information reports and new business. And we'll start with the bond oversight update.
So we have our firm meeting tomorrow. So we're going to interview 3 architectural and engineering firms tomorrow, and then from there we'll have other steps that we'll kind of update the board on.
Great. Looking forward to that
It's
long
all night, so
evening
we
meeting.
we'll need some, we'll need some
Nourishment.
food.
Nourishment. It is a long
Good process. All right. Next, we have the Human Resources Committee meeting, which was on July 1st.
So yeah, that meeting was on July 1st. It was Miss Berry, Mrs. Robinson, Ms. Lesh, and myself. We talked about recent resignations, a new hire, and then some of the onboarding and the open positions that we have right now.
Summer's a little quieter in that
yeah
committee.
meeting.
Any questions? Next, the Facilities and Finance Committee. I have my notebook. Actually, I have it right here. I can provide the update on this, unless you want to, Jake.
No.
All right, we met on the 13th, and it was myself, Jake, we had Phil Place, David, and Trish. I feel like there was somebody else that I'm missing. We primarily talked about the project updates, so the track was running late, but has since started, which was exciting. There was some a tree down from a storm, working on a RFP for some irrigation. The window project we discussed. Can't read my own writing. The aux gym is something that will start later in the summer, potentially August, likely fall into the beginning of September when that's complete. We have an upcoming asbestos inspection, which is something that's done every 3 years. And then we talked about that we have a little bit of 31AA funds that were being finalized of how they're being spent. And then we talked about too some grant dollars, I believe it was grant dollars that we had applied for, but we hadn't heard yet. And I think I just saw today that we were not one of the recipients.
We were not one of the 31 schools.
Yes.
Darn.
Yeah. That was it. Okay.
Lots going on.
All right, and then the next is the Board Policy Committee meeting on July 16th.
I guess I can handle that. It was myself, Ms. Brackett, Trish, and Michelle. And there are a lot of policies, and we reviewed them, and we're going to deal with them and update them.
A lot of them were just standard updates. And while we have a moment, just a kudos to Michelle. She does a great job with getting all these ready for us to just review and go, oh, okay, yeah, we're doing this, that standard language, or, oh, we need to make a decision here. So thank you, Michelle. That makes it much easier. And we really, we commented in that meeting also how much we're enjoying the fact that we are getting all these policy updates from our legal team, so we know that they're in line with what the most recent legislation has.
Good. All right. Next, we have the public comments section, and I don't believe anyone is here for public comments. So we will move on to the adoption of the consent agenda.
I move that the Board of Education approves the consent agenda items for the regular meeting of July 20th, 2026. Those included minutes from the board meeting in June 29th, warrants as well, recommendations for parent representation, and employment contracts for the 2026-2027 school year, and recommendations for hire for a couple of positions, and recommendations or coaching recommendations also for hire for 2026-2027.
Support.
Questions, comments? Go with roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
I'm going to abstain based on a relative conflict. All right. Next, we have our action items. So the update of authorized banking users.
I make a motion the Buchanan Community School Board of Education approves the following individuals to be authorized users on Buchanan Community School financial accounts effective July 20th, 2026. United Federal Credit Union authorized users Katie Berry, Tammy Rucklesworth, and Brooke Essig. Honor Credit Union authorized users Katie Berry, Tammy Rucklesworth, and Brooke Essig.
Support.
All right, questions, comments? We knew this was coming
Yeah,
from
from last.
Brooke joining us, so. All right, roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. Next, we have our BVA course offerings for 26-27 school year.
I make a motion the Buchanan Board of Education approves the courses for the 2026 through 2027 school year to be offered through Buchanan Virtual Academy as submitted.
Support.
Anything to add on this, or questions, comments?
Looks like some new good classes were
yeah.
added.
Classes, yeah.
All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. Next, we have our amendment of the collective bargaining agreement for the Buchanan Transportation Association.
Move the Board of Education ratifies the proposed agreement amendment between Buchanan Community Schools and the Buchanan Transportation Association effective through June 30th, 2029.
Support.
All right, any information or?
Yeah, so just as sometimes as things come up, there does need to be a little bit more clarity around certain items for it. So in this case, it was clarity around the definition of a bus driver. So we did add what a full-time driver is to make that a little bit more clear to all parties who are reading the contract. And I do appreciate the relationship of the union leaders that they have with the district to be able to bring certain things to us to kind of really quickly address them and get on top of it, so.
Good. All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. And next, we have our 26-27 administrative contracts.
I make a motion the Buchanan Board of Education approves the annual district administrative contracts for the 2026-2027 school year from July 1st, 2026 through June 30, 2027 for Brooke Essig, Director of Business Services, Brian Pruitt, Buchanan High School Principal, Callie Campbell, Director of Special Education, Dawn Huff, Buchanan High School Assistant Principal and CTE Director, Lacey Payne, Director of Educational Services, Michael Babcock, Moccasin Elementary Principal, Reed Macbeth, BVA and Athletic Coordinator, Shelby Beasley, Buchanan Middle School Principal, and Stacy Dennison, Ottawa Elementary Principal.
Support.
All right, questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. Next, we have our donation approval.
Make a motion the Buchanan Board of Education moves to approve the following donations. Nia's Godsky Plumbing, $2,200 for repairs at the school farm, and the Buchanan Community Schools Foundation for $5,173 toward the purchase of the BHS wall wrap project.
Support.
All right. Questions, comments, information?
Thank you to those
Yeah.
groups.
Generous.
It's kind of nice to have so many of these meeting after meeting.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry.
Yes. Next, board policy update.
Move the Board of Education approve the following policies through June 10th, 2026, the updates that are provided with that link, and district updates to 3303, gifts and donations.
Support.
So just as stated earlier, these were a lot of the updates are just kind of general standard updates. We did add the gifts and donation update. I do want to bring it to your attention, and it's always been $1,000 or less. And so we as a district are going to ensure that our boosters are aware of that, and our principals are aware of that as well. So we may get more and more of those donations, approvals coming to you.
And this is all part of transparency too,
Yeah.
just to see and.
Good. And then also just wanted the other part, so I knew I was forgetting something. So it talks about the donations that involves like the physical changes to our facilities, ground structures, tree planting, signage. So all of those things too need to come to the board because that is part of your facilities that you govern. And this just makes it clear as well.
Okay. Okay. Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
Yes. All right, next, I will make the motion that the Board of Education moves into closed session per Section 8A of the Open Meetings Act to conduct a mid-year evaluation review of the superintendent.
Support.
And it is at 6:32.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
Yes.
Okay.
Brooke and David, you guys are free to
We'll make the motion to return to open session at 6:55.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
Yes. All right, our next item is the superintendent salary amendment.
Move the Board of Education approves a salary amendment agreement for Superintendent Robbins.
Support. Sorry. Nope, that's okay. And I'll just share, this comes after the mid-year review, mid-year evaluation, and also after budget, because we have to put a placeholder into the budget for these amendments. All right. Any other questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
Yes. And our final item for action is our BVA graduation certification.
I make a motion that upon satisfactory completion of district requirements for high school graduation, the Board of Education hereby approves Buchanan step-up student Jackson Reagan.
Support.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Jackson.
Way to go.
All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Carlson?
Yes.
Ms. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lesh, yes. Dr. Burnett?
Yes.
And Ms. Berry?
Yes. Next, we have our questions and comments from board members.
No.
I have one.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to talk over you.
That's all right. I don't ever say anything. So.
I know.
I met. Let's be truthful here. I met with BCS, which is like Cass County and Berrien County School Board meeting together. It's a joint meeting. It's quarterly. We met and talked about like political activism for the schools. So meeting our representation in Lansing or other ways, talking through us as a school board and us as committees on what we want to see from the people who represent us. And we're going to have some conversations with the board and some subcommittees. There's some paperwork that we need to fill out, and then a plan that we need to talk through politically for our activism for the schools. So that's forthcoming. I'll bring the paperwork to Trish tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Was this one of the check boxes that you got forced to go to when we were
Hey.
doing committee assignments?
It's called voluntold.
Okay, okay.
called
Well, I just
voluntold.
wanted to say, when you were just talking about it, I'm like, this is perfect for you, just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is perfect for you.
Well, I told
go.
everyone there, I'm like, I'm in Lansing 3 days a week
Yeah.
at the minimum. I've talked to about 60 representatives, some in the House, some in the Senate. This is something that I can do at a really high level
Yeah.
in between my job, because I'll be at the Capitol some days anyway. So this is a match made in heaven. I feel like I got picked for a reason.
Good.
You found your spot.
Found my
Yeah.
spot.
Thank you for representing us.
There we go.
Along those same lines, the MASB information that gets sent out for hot topics, I'll call it, where you can just fill out information and send the, your polite letters to the legislators is also a really nice tool to use if you're not already getting those and taking those steps.
I am not going to be at the August meeting because I have the fair.
That's right.
I am also not going to be at the August meeting.
Okay.
I just saw it.
Just good to know. I'm like, yeah, it's good to know. If I'm needing an emergency, I can come because I am only in Berrien Springs, but I am at the fair, so.
I'm going to be in Chicago for
Yeah, you won't
our
be able to
work. We have an international convention that's
Okay.
like once every 2 years.
But I do invite you all to National Night Out on Tuesday, August 4th, from 6 to 9 over at McCoy Creek
I'll
Park.
be there.
All right, come on down. Plan to get wet.
Good.
That's it.
Anything else?
Slow down summer.
Yes, please.
All right.
No comment.
Our next meeting is August 17th at 6 PM in this library again. And we are adjourned at 7 PM.